Alright, so we have here the three flagship phones of Nokia for the first half of 2011. We have Nokia C7, Nokia N8, and Nokia E7. So I just want to show you the features of these handsets as well as how they are alike or different from each other. Let's start with the pricing. So Nokia C7 is the most affordable of the three, which you can get for around 90,000 pesos, followed by N8, which costs roughly 23,000 pesos. Then E7 is the most expensive at 32,000 pesos there. So hardware wise, as you can see, C7 comes with a rounder form factor compared to the slightly squarish design of both N8 and E7, especially when E7 is closed. The rounder design, I think, is, I don't know, it's perhaps more appealing to the girls. In fact, this phone is being called the fashionista phone here in the Philippines. So there. As for the case, both N8 and E7 are clad in anodized aluminum compared to the slightly plasticky enclosure of Nokia C7. Not to take anything away from C7 though, because this phone is extremely solid, really feels well in the hand. So there. Now let's go to the screen. All phones come with a Gorilla Glass display, which is scratch resistant, so you can rest assured that the screens won't scratch easily. Alright, so all phones come with an AMOLED display, but Nokia E7 actually features Nokia Clear Black display, which is supposed to be more vibrant than the regular. Nokia C7 comes in charcoal black, frosty metal, and mahogany brown. N8 comes in dark gray, silver white, green, blue, orange, and the recently released pink version. E7 you can get in dark gray, silver white, green, blue, and orange. So there. Now let's go to the ports and the buttons. Let's start with the front. So in front, Nokia C7 actually has the most hardware buttons with 3. So you have the call and the drop knobs here. Then you have the main menu button. For N8 you have the main menu button. Then the E7 you have also the main menu button. Alright. On this side, that's the left side. For C7 you just have the charger slot, which is right there. For N8 you have the micro SD card slot, then you have the SIM card slot, and you have the micro USB port. And then for E7 you just have the screen lock switch here. Alright, right side, for the C7 you have the volume up button, the voice control button, the volume down button, then the screen lock switch, then you have the camera button here. Alright, then for N8 you have the volume rocker, you have the screen lock switch, then you have the camera button there. And for E7 you have the SIM card slot, the screen lock switch, then you have the camera button here. Alright, so at the rear for C7 you just have the microphone there, microphone. For N8 you have the charger slot in the middle, then you have the lanyard loop here. The microphone of N8 is here, there, small, there you go. Then for E7 you have the lanyard loop there and the microphone. Okay, then at the top for C7 you have the micro the micro USB port, then you have the 3.5mm audio jack, then you have the power button. For N8 you have the audio jack, the HDMI port, which you won't find in C7, then you have the power button. And then finally for E7 you have the micro USB port here, the HDMI port, and the power button, and the audio jack there. And then at the back, let's flip them all over. Okay. At the back for C7, you'll find the 8 megapixel camera, which also records HD 720p videos. Just also fixed focus, and you have the dual LED flash. Then you have the metallic battery cover. The battery of C7 is actually user replaceable. Then for Nokia N8, you have the 12 megapixel camera, the xenon flash, and the speakers here. By the way, you also have the speakers here for Nokia C7. Yep. Speakers there. There. Note that in terms of camera and imaging capabilities, N8 is really the best of the three. So E7's camera is largely the same as what you can find in C7. This one is 8 megapixels, also records HD videos, 720p fixed focus. Then you have the dual LED flash there. Alright, so let's flip them all over again. Software wise, all free phones run Symbian 3 operating system, which will eventually be upgraded to Symbian ANA. So there. So in terms of the operating system, all of them share largely the same features. Alright, so now I just want to show you the biggest difference of Nokia E7 from N8 and C7. There you go. A true business phone, E7 is actually a communicator device with a full QWERTY keyboard hidden underneath the screen. So there. So nothing really beats the hardware keyboard in terms of typing emails or sending messages or maybe creating documents. So I guess Nokia E7 is really a true business phone in that sense. So there you go. You have the Nokia C7 fashionista phone, the Nokia N8, which is the best in imaging of the three, and then you have the Nokia E7 with a full QWERTY keyboard, a true business phone.